Hey guys, Scott here. Today I want to just go over the new lights out mode for Dead by Daylight. Hence, I'm using USB rollout right now. Please don't DMCA me. I just wanted to go over the whole mode itself. And look, I definitely feel there is a lack of excitement over the mode. This is the kind of thing it's going to get old after, one day. And I don't think anyone is under the impression that that's not what it is. This is a very, very simple game mode, basically already taking an existing mechanic like Dredge's Nightfall, removing scratch marks, lullabies, and Terradiuses, and just calling that a mode. So that's what we got. We want new game modes, but this is obviously, as far as new game modes go, just about the least amount of effort you could possibly do for a new mode. All that being said, it sounds like I'm being really negative, but I want to make it clear that this is not really a reason to be pessimistic, at least in my opinion. So I would say about 90% of the work they did on this game mode has nothing to do with the game mode. What actually, I guarantee, took time. I don't have, that much knowledge about like online game infrastructure and stuff like that, but I'm willing to bet a large sum of money that most of the time they spent on this mode was actually introducing the framework to even have a new game mode in Dead by Daylight. Like, just slapping this shit on, this probably took them like a day or two. This is not that complicated at all. But actually making it so there is a separate queue in Dead by Daylight, you guys have to realize that's never been done in the entire game's history. There's never been a separate queue like that. So being able to now have an entirely separate queue and a system for separate queues, I think all of their time was spent making that system, making the actual ability to have separate custom modes and limited time modes, time release modes, things like that. So if you look at it that way, that this was more of a test for setting up the infrastructure and not really the game mode itself, that's the way I look at it, and I view it a lot more optimistically. I do think whatever mode they have next, now that they have the framework there, will be significantly more customized, and they'll actually make new assets for it, or they'll do something new or different to make it a lot more engaging than this, because obviously this is not very new or exciting. It's fun for about a day and then that's it. But in a rare optimistic turn, I would say just pay attention to the fact that all this time was spent on framework, not the actual game mode itself. So I guess the request to behavior is, now that you have this framework, please don't waste it. Don't squander this legacy I leave to you, please. Like, don't actually do that. You have the framework to make your game last a very long time now. You have the seeds. You've planted it. So just actually start making modes now. Actually make things that people get excited about. The core base framework is here. Just keep going. Don't stop. Don't take, a full year to do a 2v8 mode or whatever mode. Don't take that long. Devote a lot of resources to this. Like, don't just treat this as like some guy that's designing perks. Oh, this is the guy that's designing the new game mode. Treat like half of your team should be on the shit. This is so important. I can't stress how important more game modes to the game is, even if it's just limited. It's extremely important. So please dedicate a ton of resources to this, like an equal amount to the new content. I know you can't sell this, and that's why you're not incentivized to put that much effort into it, but please, it will make this game last so much longer. And I know as a business, it's hard to do a decision that requires work but doesn't yield profit. Maybe you can monetize this somehow. I don't know. Make 2v8 skins or something. I don't know. Just do something. Do something silly. If it's a prop hunt mode, you can buy custom props. You can monetize it. There's a guy in your department that knows how to monetize this. Just please don't mess this up.